So tell me why I've kind of like been like looking at the videos. No, I haven't. Every time I finish a video, I just end up like pausing and then I just upload it and shit like that. So basically, what? Oh, fuck. Basically, I realize that when I speak, I feel like my like I have a slight like my mouth kind of goes uneven. So I feel like my mouth is kind of like uneven to a certain extent when I speak. So I don't know what the fuck is going on. If you notice it, I don't know. I've noticed it because I feel like I speak a certain way and I feel like I have a certain image of how I look. So looking back, I'm kind of just all like, what the fuck? Oh my gosh, so fucking stupid. I kind of want to brush my hair too because I feel like it looks kind of like weird. Oop, all that lice. All that lice. Ah! But anywho, I feel like my previous chapters have been more about like my identity, being gay and shit like that. So now I'm just gonna like, I feel like this chapter is just gonna be kind of like stupid or whatever. Like it's gonna be about the injuries I have had on my body. And I don't think I'm not gonna do like the little basic ones like, hey, fell, scared my knee and shit like that. It's gonna be like the ones where if I've had to have surgeries or if I've like legit been like. So first one that I think I'm gonna talk about, because I remember the order for two of them, but there's a third one that I don't know when the fuck I got this shit. I just know that it happened. So we're gonna start off with this one. So I don't know if y'all can see. Nah, y'all can't see the fucking lightings. So I've gotten stitches here on my thumb. This happened during the summer between 2nd and 3rd grade. The stories of me like and my injuries are fucking stupid. They're fucking stupid. They're like, how the fuck does that fucking shit happen? It's fucking stupid is all I can say. So this day was going amazing. This was during the summer. I was with my mom and my brother. My mom took us out to Denny's. I had some dinosaur chicken nuggets or whatever, some french fries. I was having a bomb ass day. We went to Target. My mom bought me like the little like, they used to like, they have like, you know, DVD section and shit like that. We got like this cheap version of Peter Pan and shit like that because it was like what, $5 I think it was. And I was all like, it was like The Wizard of Oz and Peter Pan were the two DVDs and shit like that. So I was living my best life at this time. Imagine getting chicken tenders or dinosaur chicken nuggets from Denny's, some french fries, going to Target, and then getting some fucking some DVDs to get back home and watch some shit. Like I was like fucking amazing. We get back home. It's I'm over here like, haha. We bought dog food and shit like that, like canned dog food. My mom says, "Oh, I'm gonna open the can and you put the food in the for the dogs." And I've done this before where I've like put like canned food, the can like food and everything. So she like the lid's still kind of on. My dumbass is over here trying to watch the movie while I am doing this at the same time. I'm trying to pour the food and I'm just over here like, and then little do I know, the can slips from my hands and cuts me. So I just go, what the hell? And I tell Mom, and my mom sees it, she's all like, oh, Manuel. And then she grabs me, she takes me to the bathroom, like we go to the faucet, turn on the water and like, and I just see blood, and I just see like my meat, you know, like the white shit like inside of you and stuff like that. I don't know, I'm not a bio major like that, so I don't know what the fuck, like I feel like there's like some type of name for like all the stuff, and so I'm just cut deep. So then my mom's like, we're gonna have to go, we have to take you to the doctor. She grabs some like because I guess my sister, I think it was she grabbed some gauze, I think, from my sister's room and just, like, wrapped it and, like, she said, just hold it. And I'm like, okay. So then we go into the car. My aunt... Oh. So my mom comes, and then my aunt shows up like as we're in the car and goes, "What happened?" And then got like my mom just says, "Se cortó meño," and then a ver, shows and says, van a necesitar que coserlo," and then I'm over here like that shit sounded so fucking intense in Spanish, and the way that she said it, I was over here like, they're gonna have to do what? And I go, "Amma, ¿qué me van a hacer?" Like, what are they gonna do? "Amma, ¿qué me van a hacer?" And my mom was over here like, "Nada, meño, nada, nada, nada. Nomás los tenemos que ir." And I'm just over here like, this was some fucking bullshit. And when I say bullshit, it's some fucking bullshit. We go over to the hospital, to the emergency room, and I'm just there like, damn. So I'm just there waiting and everything, doing my stuff and everything. I'm just there and everything. And so my mom has to call my dad. My dad's at work. And this was like, I want to say this was like, I don't know what time this was, but it was during the day. There was still sunlight out. The sun was like probably like, it wasn't done setting. I will say that. So I'm over here like, damn. So we wait there until I want to say like 10 o'clock, maybe even 11 o'clock. Because my dad got out of work, and my dad usually would get out of work, I want to say like between 9 and 10 at that time. So we are there, and my dad even had enough time to like get to the hospital too. So I want to say that this was like 10 already, and I still haven't been helped. I'm just there like. So then they finally call me in, and I'm just all like, "Praise the Lord. Hallelujah." Well, I honestly didn't even know what the fuck was going to happen. They saw and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're going to need stitches." And I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" They're like, "That's where we like have to like sew you up." And I'm just over here like, so they're like, "Okay, we're going to inject some stuff to numb your hand." They inject it. My hand is numb. I really do not feel shit in my hand. And then all of a sudden, so I'm just in the room waiting. An hour later, I'm over here like I'm starting to feel my hand and shit like that. And I tell my mom and my dad, I'm like, "I feel my hand. I feel it now. It's not asleep no more." And they just go, "What?" And they like bring it up to the doctors, who are over here off to the side somewhere else laughing it up. I don't know what the fuck. Becky over here cracked a fucking joke, and they're over here laughing their little asses off. And I'm just over here like. So this is where my mom started getting frustrated. My dad was getting a bit irritated. So then they finally come, and they're like, "Okay." And I'm just all like, so then they're like, "Don't look if you're scared," because I have this odd fear of needles. Like, I'm just all like, how the fuck are you okay with needles? Like, you're okay with this fucking shit going into your body? Like, the idea that something can go through your body like that, like, fucking crazy, fucking scary. So they inject my thingy, my thumb. They don't inject. They start sewing, and I give out like I'm crying. I'm dead. I'm over here crying. I went from living my best life to over here regretting all my life decisions up to that point. I was like, will I keep on going? Am I going to faint? Nope. Yep. They gave me like 5-6 stitches on my thumb, and I was over here like. It was finally over. They wrapped it up and everything like that, and I don't know how long I was, but I entered the 3rd grade with stitches in my hand, on my right hand, my good hand, my writing hand, and I had to be over here like crooked writing my name and shit like that. My mom was over here talking about like, "Yeah, I'm going with you the first day of 3rd grade so we can talk to your teacher and stuff like that." And just let them know. Miss Lem, oh my fucking gosh, she was one of the best teachers in elementary school for me, and I love all of my teachers from elementary school except for my 1st grade teacher. I don't like her. Fuck that bitch. Oh, let me tell you why I don't like that bitch, actually. So this bitch over here, one day, I am over here playing, waiting for my mom. I was on the monkey bars, and the teacher's supposed to be watching the students as they play. Some kid pushed me off the monkey bars. I had fallen, and I couldn't get up. And I didn't have life alert. I'm sorry. Okay, I had fallen and shit, and I'm over here like I was scratched and I was bleeding, And I was over here, and like it was time to go home and everything like that. And I go like run into the car like this, and I just like go inside the car. Mom was all like, "Why are you covering your face?" And my mom's just, and I'm just all like, no reason, just drive, just go. And she's she's just all like, why are you going? I'm like, just go, go. Fuck this shit. I don't say that. I didn't curse when I was younger like that. And then she like removed my hands, and I'm over here bleeding. So my mom like kind of like cleans me up in the car. We go back, and she confronts my first grade teacher like, aren't you supposed to be taking care of my child? How am I supposed to trust you with my kid if you allow for something like this to happen? Do you know, like my mom asked me, do you know who did this? I'm like, no, the person pushed me and I couldn't see what happened. And I'm naming my mom everything except for my mom. My mom asks the teacher like, did you see who did this? No. My mom's all like, then what are you doing your job for? What are you doing? Like, we put it in your hands to take care of our kids during this time. And she was just all like, I'm sorry, it won't happen again. My mom's all like, so my mom takes me, and she's all like, pinche pendeja. I don't know what she said, but I imagine my mom saying that. So that's why I don't like that teacher. I've just never liked her. So now we're gonna talk about me like dislocating like kind of like my wrist. So my wrist, like this part of it, like where was it? This part of it right here, like dislocated and shit like that. And I was over here, or was it like this? I fucking forgot. No, it was this end. This like dislocated, and I was over here like. So in 4th grade, I feel like for some reason like in elementary school they were trying to implement more of like PE into what we were doing. So especially my teacher, she was all like, okay, like let's go run for a couple of times and stuff like that. So she said, okay, today we're doing exercises. I was over here like, fuck yeah, like we're gonna do some like, I don't know, I was over here like, because you know, like I felt like I was kind of competitive younger. So when it came to running, I was competitive. When it came to kickball, I was kind of competitive. Those are handball. Those are the 3 main things. Like those are the 3 main things that I fucking loved and was competitive about. Shut up, Kelly. I'm just kidding. Love you, Kelly. So she broke us up into like 2 lines and stuff like that, and she said, okay, we're gonna do some things. So first what you're gonna do is you're gonna like run forward, then you're gonna tap the like like we were broken up into 2 lines, and those 2 lines were broken up into half so that there's like a few over here and a few over here. So you're gonna run, you tap the next person runs and goes, then you do that, and then you're gonna do like some like side run, and then from the side run you're gonna run backwards. So, we get through the first round, we get through the second round. Now we're running backwards. And I'm over here living my best life, running backwards and shit like that. All of a sudden, I'm like, slipped on some type of banana. I don't know, the devil probably stuck his leg out and shit like that. I don't know if the devil's a guy or a girl or some type of being that's non-binary or something like that. But maybe it's that him from Powerpuff Girls. That fucking little thing, the tall red thing went, stuck its leg out. I saw my life flash before my eyes. And then I just like booped. And I tried to stop myself. And in the process of me stopping myself, this just goes like, and I just get up and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like my hand just feels weird. So my teacher runs up to me and tells everyone to keep going. So she said, y'all keep going, y'all keep running. We got 1 man down, but y'all can keep going. She goes up to me and then she's just all like, are you good? And I'm just all like, I'm like half like what the fuck is going on here? And I'm like, yeah. And then tell me why a few seconds later, boom, someone else fell. Someone else fell and ate shit too. Someone else fell. So we both end up having to go to the nurse or whatever, and the guy, he only had a bump. I'm over here with like not knowing what the fuck's up with my arm. We get to the nurse is all like, okay, let me call your parent. Like, I think there's something wrong. I need to go back to this elementary school, my elementary school, and like really like, y'all need to really be like on your shit with these kids and stuff like that if something happens to them or something goes down. Because this nurse was all like, okay. So then she just calls my mom and she goes, yeah, your son's here at the nurse's office. Yeah, if you can come pick him up, thank you. No information as to what's going on with me. No information on my status. My mom's came driving thinking that, oh, I probably just like, I'm probably sick, like I need to go home, like something like that. My mom shows up. I see my mom and dad because they both came, and I start bawling. I start crying. I did not cry the whole time, but then I saw them and I'm like and then my mom says, ¿Qué te pasó? Me caí. I was ugly crying and shit. They come and see, and they see that this was like messed up, and then my mom goes up to the nurse. Sorry, 10% phone. Goes to the nurse and like, I didn't know this, but my dad's taking me to the car. My mom apparently told the nurse, like, you call us very like what the fuck ever, talking about, oh yeah, your son's here. You did not tell us about the like how he was, what was going on. You just told us that, and then you just hung up on us. His arm is like broken and everything like that, and if we would have known, we would have like, we would have rushed him, or we would have called like some type of like thing so that they could take our son or something like that. And my mom was all like, is this really how you carry yourself in the work position in which like the kids are in such a condition that you just act very casually about it? Like, that's just not cool. She pretty much told the lady. So we go to the hospital, go to the emergency room. I'm over here just all like, okay, it's whatever. Tell me why, I want to say 2 hours, 3 hours later, this happened like, I want to say, okay, no. So this happened pretty early on. This happened like at 10, because we didn't go to lunch yet. I want to say it is 3 or 4 o'clock now, and like the veins like were like obviously pulled and everything, and that's when I finally felt excruciating pain in my arm. This is the first time I ever felt like real pain other than the stitches, because this happened in 4th grade. I start crying, like people in the emergency room were looking at me just going crazy. I'm like my dad bought me food. He bought me pizza and ice cream, and I think chips too from the cafeteria downstairs, because I love the cafeteria food. For people who say that they don't like the cafeteria food from hospitals, at least I think the Memorial Hospital in Long Beach, I love the cafeteria food. Maybe it's because I grew up like eating that shit, because like I said, my sister's been there, but I was over here ugly crying eating the pizza like because I hadn't eaten. I didn't get to eat lunch. Fucking bitches. So yeah, so they finally put a cast on me. It was like the fake one, the cotton one. And what sucks too, this was at the end of 4th grade, so all of the activities were going on at this time. So I'm over here like, it just wasn't the business is what it was. I got a cast. People couldn't sign it. People tried signing it. That shit came out ugly. I even tried to like people tried saying I was all like, it's not gonna work. So then I was over here like, let me just try and draw like a little smiley face. That shit came out crooked. It went like, fucking. So that was this. So then I have 2 more stories actually. Let me the injury and then this funny one that happened. Let me tell the funny one. So this funny one happened where my dad took me to try and teach me to play baseball when I was younger, because I told him I had an interest in playing baseball. I had played soccer when I was younger. My asthma didn't let me play, so they were like, okay, we'll have you try and play baseball. So my dad's all like, let me try and prep you and see how good you are. Tell me why homeboy took me to the park. He was all like, okay, this is the glove. And I'm like, yes. He goes, this is the ball, and I'm going to throw it at you, okay? I go, all right. So then he says, go like just be ready, like he did a stance or whatever, and he said, you're gonna catch it, okay? Homeboy went whoosh, and I did not realize what miles per hour this fucking ball was going. This fucking shit came in and went boop, knocked me the fuck out. Tell me why I knocked the fuck out. Apparently my dad comes up to me, and like I finally wake up, I come to my senses, and he says, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. And then he goes, don't tell your mom. He told me, don't tell your mom. Like, he straight up knocked me out with the fucking baseball and told me not to tell my mom. Like, that shit was hilarious. I finally told my mom, like, later on. Like, I want to say around, like, a few months ago or, like, last month. I don't know. I told homegirl. And let me tell you the last injury that I've had. But the ball one, that's just fucking funny. So let me pause this song because I like this song and I want to listen to it. So the last story is when I got like so we went to this party, and it was a chill little party and everything like that. I didn't know anyone there. My parents apparently were friends with them, or my dad was, or something like that. I don't even know. So what had happened was, I'm like, I'm gonna go over there and stuff like that. They're like, okay. So then, like, the party was outside, and you can, like, I decided I'm just gonna walk around because I saw some kids, like, playing out or whatever in the grass and stuff like that. And the party was next to a park. So then the park was separated by these old, like, rusty fences and shit like that. So I'm like, okay, like, let me just go and pretend to be cool. Maybe they're gonna approach me and ask me to play with them and shit like that. So then I go to this fence, and I'm like, I'm gonna be a cool person right now, and I'm just gonna try and climb this fence. I start climbing the fence. Turns out, I think rust is slippier than I think it fucking is. Excuse me. My foot goes, and I go, whoa, and I fall forward, and the fence is, like, bent, like, towards me. And I was close to the top, and I go, and it stabs me in my stomach. Like, and I'm just all like, oh, and I'm just all like, ugh, like it hurt. So then my shirt's ripped, and I see that it has blood, and I'm like, oh. I go to my mom and dad, and well, I go more to my dad, and I'm just all like, look at what happened. And then he looks, and he's all like, ¿Qué te pasó? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, like, the fuck? So then he just takes me, grabs me, and then in the car he gave me this weird little, like, I don't know what the fuck it was. It was some wizarding kind of potion or shit like that. And he puts it, like, he lifts up my shirt and he goes, and yeah, and like it kind of like, so I have a scar, like 2 scars, because there were 2 of them. I don't know where the fuck they are. I've lost them. Oh, here's one. But yeah, I have 2 scars because the fence fucking stabbed me in the stomach and shit like that. But, yeah, I think those are, like, I'm trying to see if... What I don't understand is how my fucking brother plays soccer and is yet to be injured. Praise the Lord. Knock 3 times on wood. And I, the delicate little thing that I am, have never played a sport. Well, I played soccer. I did not get involved with baseball after all. I don't, like, the main thing I like to do is run, but, like, overall it's not like I'm, like, an athletic kind of person or shit like that. I don't, like, you get my gist. But how is it that I've gotten more injuries than the, it's fucking stupid. But yeah, this is the end of this chapter. I just wanted to, like, add something light, add, like, my own kind of, like, stuff that's just, like, comes to mind about me growing up, like, some things. This doesn't really, like, influence who I am right now. I don't know, maybe it does, because it's, like, you know, like, sometimes your outer scars are the things that kind of, like, give stories to tell later on, and these are some fucking stories, so... Bye, bitches.